back to this week's episode of the Anomaly Podcast. Here with your host KB.
One and Mark.
Oren.
You know what time it is, it's Nate Swole.
Yeah guys, we're back. I know last week's episode y'all saw some video. This week though, we are on video and we got our producer, AJ the Don in the back as well too.
Hey, shout out,
Shout out to the DJ.
Yeah man, you're not gonna see me while I'm back and forth and do all this dumb shit man. We got AJ in the rack running the thing man. AJ, we appreciate you. And one of these days y'all might see him, maybe not. You probably will. We'll see. Who knows? This week, we're gonna talk about some of the things we noticed. All five of us here, we go to the gym, we work out. We notice a lot of positives, but also negative things about gym culture and fitness influencing and fitness just in general. We're gonna talk about some of the myths about fitness as well too. The positives of going to the gym, but also some of the things that we think would help you guys. Some of the things that also helped us personally as well too. I know Nate Swole here, starting the name. Mr. Swole has been working out for how long now?
10 straight years.
10 straight years,
I've been
right?
working out for 10 years.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, I think he's the biggest option they got now, bro.
Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, for
Dedication.
Appreciate
Dedication,
it.
huh?
Honestly, hard work,
patience.
hard work.
10 years, man. Like, for you, have you noticed a difference when you first started working out? Not in your life, but in the gym in general versus now? In the culture?
Honestly, there's a lot more people working out now.
Yeah?
I started right after high school, so it's me and a lot of older people. But now, because of Instagram, TikTok, it's just that's a good thing. A lot of people are actually swarming to the gym, so that's good.
Okay, I was surprised by that answer because I'm not gonna lie to you, I've seen more fat people or obese people, lately out, and so it's and I think I read a stat somewhere that I think in America, 1 in every third or fourth person is obese. So the fact that a lot more people go to the gym is very, very interesting. Well, what do you think that's the case for?
For why is there obese people? Why?
Well, why? How is that? There's more people go to the gym, and then there's also a rise in obesity.
I think because when you go to the gym, there's a certain amount of people that make gym their lifestyle.
Yeah.
The cool thing about the gym, Nate was saying, is it's actually one of the most welcoming environments. Whether you're an amateur when you first come in, like Sudan, you and Nate are really good with that.
Cool.
because they show young people and stuff that have bad form and stuff how to work out properly. But then if you look at society as a whole, we just have people that are more overweight and obese.
I see.
Just because of the culture and the food quality.
I see what you mean. So it's kind of two extremes, huh?
Yeah.
It's hard to find a happy middle these days, huh? Speaking of people that help you out with form and coaching, kind of do that guys in the gym. So Don, I know you wanna shout some people out there.
Hey man, shout out to Sam and Danny. Those guys, man, I'm telling you right now, I came lost to the gym, Well, not really, but I knew my, go-tos, the basic stuff. Yeah. Those guys put me on, time and attention, all that stuff, which we'll break down later.
Yeah.
But shout out to those two guys. I'll be honest, they helped me, with a lot of stuff. Matter of fact, they hooked this technique, I'm gonna just cut it right there. But they gave me the go 1-2s, work out with them every now and then, push me and stuff like that. And I actually figured out more stuff because of that. And now I'm gonna give back what I was taught. Cause that's what I was doing last time. Remember?
Yeah.
That's the thing about gym culture. There's a lot of negatives and there's a lot of positives. We'll break that down as we go on as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Shout out to those two guys. I'll be honest.
Yeah, aren't they both have the pro card, right?
No, Sam I think is going for his pro card this year, I think.
Shit, okay.
But they have a competition too. Back to back, they had a competition in July.
Yeah, a couple months ago.
Yeah, they have another one coming. Those guys, when I tell you, they're 100% with their I think I'll lose my mind if I went to that stage. Because they're on what, maybe it could be a stretch 50 grams of carbs throughout the day with work, and then come to the gym to hammer out some legs. And when I tell you, this guy's hit every set he's their last.
Yeah,
shit, man.
I think I'm gonna work out.
It's a different level of dedication and sacrifice.
That's true, bro.
Yeah,
man.
Talking about winning competitions, your boy Nate Swole out here won first place too at a bodybuilding competition.
Yes, you did. I almost forgot about that. You're right.
You know what I mean? He's being humble.
I've been on 2 shows, One was 2018, 2017,
Okay.
and then one was right after that. So first one was in Calgary.
Damn.
I did WMBF. So there's 7 people in my class.
Yeah.
So I was right in the middle.
Shit,
I
okay.
placed number 4.
Yeah.
That was my first show.
I think you're the only Harvard shadow that actually went for like a bodybuilding show. Do y'all know anyone else?
Yeah, do you know what's crazy though? I know this is whatever, but you know the picture that I saw, it's like this girl was a mess.
Yeah.
You know what? You were legal. You were shredded.
Like yo, I don't mean he was, but he was that shredded. You know what I mean?
He was shredded.
Because his face was like,
Well, yeah, because you went on a huge cut,
Literally,
right?
you're sitting at like, I was probably 6'5", maybe 5% body fat.
Wow.
I just survived in winter.
5%?
Your face, your face sinks in.
You were
You
at
don't look healthy.
you were at 6% body fat.
Yeah.
So then you had to maintain that before the show, like a few weeks to get up to 6%, right?
Yeah. I started up. I was like 3 months ahead, so 12% body fat.
Wow.
So it was a 12-week cut for that first show, but it's hard. It's
Yeah.
not easy, man.
You know,
Easy, man.
you know what? I'm gonna ask you just because I know everyone's gonna be wondering this in their head. They're probably gonna ask in the comments as well too. Are you natty?
100% natty.
born and raised. I mean, well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
100%.
There's a general Addis, you know what I mean?
Yeah, people. Just want to say thank you.
This guy, hook me up with Addis, yo. Some serious good stuff. It's like pro gains too, you know?
Did you have to do any extremes to get to 6% body fat and keep it like I know a lot of people that do like Epsom salt baths. They like do the water thing where they take a lot of water in, but then as they get closer to the show, they decrease water. Did you do any?
Honestly, no, man. All I did was track everything I ate, track everything on paper, cardio, and then I literally had to cut myself off from like a lot of social events. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see what you
Even
mean.
like from like family dinners.
Yeah, I
and
can
shit
see
like
that. I can see. Oh yeah.
So I'm like, because it's so strict, and like one little thing can throw you off. So
Yeah. You know,
sometimes obviously you have like refeed days, but especially the last 3 weeks, you gotta be dialed in.
yeah.
Especially if you're natural. It's like
Yeah.
I'm not taking diuretics, nothing
Yeah.
like that. So you gotta be dialed in.
I hear you.
It's hard, and honestly, your testosterone goes down too because it's like you're not
Of course,
eating that much. I was eating like 1,400 calories like my last couple weeks,
Yeah, that's bad.
even lower the last week. So it's hard, but
Yeah, it's really hard.
it's worth it, you know.
Yeah, that's right. Fair enough. Fair enough. But you know what though? That shows right there how much of an expert you are in the gym. You've got a lot of experience in it. Now that you brought that up, I think the gym has brought a lot of good things in your life, right? So I want to bring up some like the positive things about gym culture that you've noticed. Like, what have you noticed like in the gym culture now, or even before when you first started working out? What are some positives that you noticed about the gym culture?
Everybody's there for the same reason, you know what I mean? Everybody's there to be happy. Everybody's there to be healthy.
Yeah.
So, like, it doesn't matter. On every gym I've been in, it's like everybody's supportive. You know what I mean? So I've never really had any negative experience. So everywhere I go, it's just like everybody's working out, helpful. It's been good. You know what I mean?
I agree.
And there's this saying. I saw what I did like downtown. It's like
Right.
the groundwork for all happiness is like it's health. You know?
Yeah,
So that's the foundation.
Yeah. I think I was watching interviews one time, and a lot like wealthy people in the South American region, a lot of them, the majority of the things they spend their money on is actually their health. Their health, what they eat, and how they treat their body. They spend millions of dollars on it. So that's crazy. Imagine spending millions of dollars on just your health, and like some people don't even want to like buy a gym membership like a couple $100 a month.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, LeBron puts millions into his body. I remember that quote from Steve Jobs where he talked about like a homeless man is wealthier than me because of his health, because he had billions of dollars to buy whatever he wanted, but once he had cancer, he was like, I literally can't buy another day of my life. But this homeless man is worth, he's wealthier than me, so health is really wealth.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
My perspective on like the gym culture, like you were saying, everybody's there to improve,
Yeah.
and it's honestly one of the best places. I'm a man, so I'm just speaking from a man's perspective on it, but it was one of like the best places to be as a man, because like first it puts you up in an area where it's like brotherly love and brotherhood. Everybody was always inviting, whether you're skinny or thin or you're overweight. Everybody's trying to help you improve, give you tips on your form, encourage you. And so like people are kind of shy or nervous to go into the gym, especially if they're super skinny or they're overweight. But once you get in there and you see gains and stuff, it's honestly one of the most encouraging places to be. Like there's such a positive energy and encouragement, and no matter what level you are on, from IFBB Pro to like amateur, everybody's just trying to be a better version of themselves.
Yeah.
So like people are encouraging you on your journey. So
I seen this one thing on Instagram. I swear to God, it was a picture of basically like, it was like a timeline basically. It was like a really like skinny, like out of shape person, whatever. And he looks at the person to his right, and they're like pretty built, pretty like, you know, like maybe someone who looks like some dumb, like they look like a wine right here. They look at him, they're like, yo, that guy right there, I want to look like him. Then someone who looks like one of Mark looks at the person to his right, and someone that look like Nate. They look like Nate, and he was like, yo, I gotta look like him. And they look like Nate, he's looking at someone like Sam, right, or Danny. And looked at him and said, yo, I gotta look like them.
yeah.
So it just showed, you know, like everyone's trying to be better than the other person. You know what I mean? No one's really happy with where they're at.
Once you hit your goal in the gym or anything in life, it's like then you're focused on the next goal.
Yeah.
But one thing like that was also like a great part of the gym, like when Amaro was doing stuff like that too, is also like the mental benefits. Because he was talking about it on a podcast a little while ago, where he's like, there's some buff dudes that come to the gym and they actually come for their mental health. Like they have a great physique. Not is it only good for your physical body, but like everybody goes through challenges and tribulations in their life. But like working out is such a benefit for your mental health. Right? Endorphins, it decreases your cortisol and just makes you feel good. When you look good, you feel good. Like all of us, we go to the gym tired from work, from helping our families, and we always feel better after the gym. And so even for your mental health, it's such a game changer, you know. And he was bringing that point up last time, so dropped a gem for us.
Yeah, man. Yo, spit for us, man.
Yo, honestly, I gotta cook it up. So I'm gonna let you guys talk a little bit more because I got some more content. But yo, I'll be honest with you, though. That's actually funny when you said next person and stuff.
Yeah.
You remember the one time where I was like 205, maybe 210.
Damn.
That was a big boy. I was a big boy. Yo, no, but this was like recently, remember? And then yo, like when I look at myself, I'm big to my eyes. When I'm standing next to this guy, I'm like, I need some work, you know? Then this guy looked at Danny because he was taking a picture with us, and Danny was like, you know? And then he was like, the funny thing he said, he was like, yo, I thought me and Danny had the same arms, but he's bigger than me. I'm like, that's crazy. I actually didn't see it until right now. Now that I actually think about it, they're more negatives than positives. And I'm talking about in general, gym, food, whatever it is. And I think we should let him go first, because you know, hierarchy, 10 years. There's a lot that you know he could talk about.
You want me to speak on the negatives?
Yeah.
Gym culture?
Yeah, all like the negatives. Well, there are a few positives, but I want you like to talk about the negatives. Well, from what you've seen, right? From those 10 years that you've.
Yeah, honestly, the only negative thing that I noticed recently, not that I've seen anything in person, but it's like, you know, Joey Swole on Instagram.
Yeah.
He exposes people that roast others. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Based on their forms or based on like their body, whatever it is. So that shit I don't like. You know what I mean? Shaming people that are there, like trying to better themselves. But that's honestly it. But
Yo, I agree with you on that. I think some of the negatives from gym culture, just fitness culture, is like people don't understand whether you're a pro athlete in it or just amateur. A lot of people have body dysmorphia in it, because you get to a point like one rep was talking about, or Nate, like these guys are in great shape, even KB, but like it's never enough, right? So like it doesn't have to be as far as anorexia or bulimia, like which probably a lot of women do go through in the fitness culture, but it's like it's never enough, right? No matter how big you are and stuff. So like it's not just people that are skinny or overweight, but even people that have great fitness. You have that body dysmorphia and body imaging issues. Like when I was cutting for my vacation, like I got 6%, almost 7% body fat percentage before I flew out to Latin America. And I remember like you were talking about like the anxiety and like almost depression, because like I couldn't go out to social events and I had to be so careful what I was eating that it felt like almost like it was for a goal, but it was like anxiety producing, because I can't go hang out with people because I'm so irritated. I'm at such a low body fat percentage that like I'm actually irritable, so I can't go out. And I also can't go out to parties and hang out with friends or dinners and stuff because I don't know what I'm going to be eating. It's not going to hit my goal. So like it affected your social life, and then also affected your mental health a little bit. But you know what you're doing. So like cutting, for example, cutting for me specifically, was more mentally challenging than it was physically challenging. Like I can get to a low body fat percentage, but mentally it was difficult watching what was on my plate 23 hours.
Yeah.
And then being irritable, messing with my sleep,
Yeah.
dreaming of food. once I hit more than 8% body fat, bro, I was dreaming of food.
Fair enough.
Because it's like you're such on a low cut. So those things I felt like was like there's a lot of mental health.
That's tied into
Effects.
it. Okay.
In-
Honestly, that's true, yo. For me too, it's just like at one point I was so obsessive about what I was eating.
Yeah.
It's like, should I eat this? Should I not? You know what I mean? And I'm like, I just became so obsessive, especially when I was like, just before the show too.
Oh, yeah.
And then after that, once I got more experience, I realized, okay, I can actually have a balance, you know what I mean? But at a certain point, especially if there's not a lot of experience, it's like you get very obsessive, like as in like black and white, yes or no, you know what I mean? But there's a balance, and but that's probably the worst thing for me.
Honestly, yo, this is actually kind of funny. While you guys were talking, I was actually cooking up some nice stuff, yo. So, yo, hear me out. So, yo, like one of the main topics that we're gonna revisit after this is food. And, yo, the second thing he said about, you know, how Joey's always busting like people and stuff. One thing that I hate, negatives especially, is, yo, those fitness influencers. They like, yo, the ones that are like, you know, and like some kind of juice, you know.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
But like, yo, those guys they're trying to sell their products. So like, yo, you take this, you take creatine. If you buy this, you're gonna look like me, right?
Use my code.
Yeah, use my code to do this, whatever. But that's garbage. But yo, back to the food. You know my name. You know Costco. Bulk party.
Bulk party.
I'm part of the bulk party. You feel me? But yo, I'll tell you this, because yo, it's one of the things I actually came to a conclusion is. It'll take you 3 months to cut, but it will take you forever to put on muscle. So the people that are actually afraid of adding weight, they can lose it in 3 months, given that they have dedication and the consistency as well, right? Because I'll be honest with you, I could, putting on, like going to 200 pounds, it was killer. Like, I'll be honest with you, I had to actually time my food well. Shout out to Sam once again. He's the one that helped me like fix everything up. I started my meal at 6 a.m. I had to wake up at 5:30 to cook. Like, it was eggs and stuff like that. I had to eat throughout. I had like 7 meals throughout a day. And like, you put on like all that, you're like, oh no, I'm getting fat, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah. You're talking about body dysmorphia too, right? And it does get you mentally.
Of course it does.
Which is also another negative.
Yeah.
But it also builds like, the discipline and all. Like, how bad do you want it?
Yeah.
You get mental resiliency.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Because most people are trying to lose weight, so then to be on the other side, because there's a few people, right? Like, to gain weight, it's having a difficult time gaining weight. Like, you get to a point, 3,000-4,000 calories plus, it's actually tough. You feel like you're stuffing yourself. So a lot of people don't see like the difficulties of bulking, because it sounds nice, oh, I have to eat more.
Yeah.
But it gets difficult. But on Nate's point when he was talking about obsession, I remember I was talking to some girls at the gym, and even obsession, like girls would like eat a cake. Like, they go out for Friday night, Saturday night, they eat a cake. The next morning they'd be doing like an hour cardio, because they're so obsessive where they were like, oh, I ate that cake. Or I ate that muffin, or I had dessert with my girls, whatever. Yeah. And then the next day, because they don't have that healthy relationship with food like you were talking about, she'd be doing like an hour of cardio the next day and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, it's strange. Like the thing too is also like, I find that, especially because like what they're seeing is they see like people on social media that they want to look like. And what they see is like, like they'll have that piece of cake, or they'll have that thing that they're not supposed to have, or whatever. Then they'll scroll on their phone, look at Instagram, look at Snapchat, TikTok, whatever. Then they'll look at the fitness influencer and be like, fuck, should I eat that? They go to the gym and then they'll be like an hour, 2 hours on the treadmill trying to burn off. It's like, that's not how it works. It's a very unhealthy way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Right? And the thing is, even with guys, like the amount of fitness influencers I see pushing unrealistic body expectations, especially for like that 16, 17, 15-year-old range of kids, it's scary. I used to work at a gym. And when I worked there, I remember there's these group of high school kids, and they would come to the gym every single time. And these kids have the most unrealistic expectations of themselves. because they're watching, you know, these fitness influencers. I'm not gonna name them, but you know who you are.
Nah, throw that shade, bro. Catch all that smoke.
Oh, listen, you know, I'm not scared of no smoke, but it's just there's so many, we would take the whole episode to talk about if I listed everyone.
No, but continue on about your point on unrealistic expectations.
Yeah, like people, like 16, 17-year-old kids have like expectations of like weight they should be pushing when they're like 25, or they should, or like they want their body to look a certain weight at like 16 when it's not going to until like 27. What happens is they go to the gym, they try their hardest, they don't get there. Someone's like, hey, I have something that I can help you. I don't like what you said about these influencers that are actually the reason why they're on this because they take juice.
Yeah.
Right? So they get on the juice, they fuck up their body, and then sure they might get the appearance of looking that way, but they're deteriorating their health rapidly.
Yeah.
You all know the fitness influencer, I'll name this guy, Joey Exotic?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who that is, right?
Oh, Joe Aesthetics.
Joe Aesthetic, thank you, Joe Aesthetic. My bad, you're right, Joe
I know
Aesthetic.
you're trying to
Look at what I'm saying. This nigga said Joe Exotic.
I'll try to let it slide. You guys are.
Me and you and names, bro. Me and you and names.
Yeah, bro.
Me and you and names, man. Yeah.
But yeah, you were saying?
But yeah, like, yo, he was actually like a really funny guy.
Yeah, alright.
Really funny guy. R.I.P. man.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Imagine, like, if he didn't take the stuff that he was taking, he maybe be left today. You know what I mean? And like the average lifespan of body, correct me if I'm wrong, about 50.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Like he's saying with the juice.
It's,
What?
I'll correct you right here.
Correct me. Really.
There are a lot of bodybuilders. The thing is, people are uneducated. You can take whatever it is at like a reasonable dose, but the thing is, people don't know what PCT is. They don't monitor their blood pressure.
Right.
They don't do blood work.
Right.
I was talking to someone where I told, like I said, everything that I learned is like in the weight kind of thing.
Right.
So I actually go and talk to people. I'm like, yo, what are you running? What do you do? How do you do this? He's like, yo, I take this and this and this. But the thing is, I could be blasting all this, right? But I know what the end goal is. Like, I'm sorry, the end problem.
Right.
So, yo, they will have like, your testosterone is gonna shoot through the sky. But then, once you come off that stuff, you will like, your body, your estrogen is gonna go up, your cortisol levels are gonna go up as well.
Yeah.
The stress factor and all that stuff, which actually is, will make you like, more like depressed because like you're stressed now, you look at your body, you're losing your gains. Well, not really, but that's what it looks like to you, you know what I mean? So, like like Jay Cutler, Ronnie Coleman, all those guys are still alive because they have done it, well, they did juice, but
It's more methodical, is what you
yeah,
said?
they have more PC, they have knowledge, bro. The problem is right now that pisses me off is this kids, like, okay, yo, you're 16-year-olds pushing 4 plates on the bench, good for you. But once you come off, are you going to do PCTs? Are you doing your blood work? Are you checking your blood pressure? You know, I think the way Joe Aesthetics died was because, he said he was feeling, I think either on his left or right, he was feeling like some kind of pinch pain that was running through his, like, to his arm. I was telling you about it, right?
Yeah, he had a heart attack, no?
Yeah, those are the signs. I was asking you about that, remember?
But the thing is, was it contributed to his use of drugs?
100%,
Or
absolutely.
did he have some other, you know what I'm saying, heart conditions or family and stuff? I'm not sure. But I agree with you 100% on one point, but I disagree with you because the average age is about 47.5 or 50 for bodybuilders, competitive bodybuilders. But what you're talking about is like Ronnie Coleman or some other people.
Educated guys.
They're educated. They take the lab work every year. They test their testosterone. They're using it properly. They have a method. So those people, of course, they can live. But that's in everything.
Yeah.
If you're educated and you're doing it properly. But he's just saying in general, bodybuilders that are competitive.
Yeah.
It's 50 years or lower.
Well, yeah,
That's the key.
that's the thing though, yo.
Sadly.
Sad,
A lot of them, a lot of them will be like, yo, give me a ridiculous, like they'll be like, I'm running like maybe
500 milligrams.
Yo, I don't know, some ridiculous shit. They're running like 5, they're pinning themselves like, let's say 7 times a day, 3 times a week. That's some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like introduce that much foreign stuff into your body.
Yeah.
Yo, of course something is gonna happen, right? Because you're uneducated.
Right.
Like, yo, most of like, okay, sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
No, but it's like, I get what you're trying to say, but like, the thing is, again, like, think about how many, like, people, like, let's say, who aren't pro bodybuilders, or even bodybuilders, but they train like, but then again, they're not doing the, let's say, recreational things that bodybuilders do to get where they need to get to. and then they get pissed because they're not getting the results that they want. So they hop on the extra stuff, they hop on the juice. Then they deteriorate their health. And like you said, on average, yes, you're right. If you're educated and if you know what you're supposed to do, if you know about your blood work, you know about your PCT, is that what it's called?
Yeah, post-cycle therapy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you know and you're knowledgeable about those things, of course, yeah, you can, along your life, be people like Ronnie Coleman. But again, most people are not. Or even let's say if they are, a lot of people are like, they just don't do it.
Yeah.
They just don't do it because, again, like you said, that shit costs money.
It does.
I think it's a luxury. Sorry to interrupt you.
No.
I think that's a luxury. Not just anabolics, but even the therapy.
Yeah,
all of that. I think it adds up. I know we have free healthcare here today.
No, but that's just not free, brother.
But yeah, anywhere else, like the States, other places in the world, it's a luxury, you know what I mean? But you gotta educate yourself.
You have to pay to win, to be honest.
If you can't afford to do it properly, don't do it.
Yeah.
Like I'm pro-choice. Anybody want to do it, go ahead. But it comes with consequences. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you gotta understand those consequences. Most people actually don't understand it.
There we go.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, it's a luxury, right? But the biggest thing is like the educational part. Like you said, Ronnie Coleman, he juiced, right? He's pro bodybuilder, but he got his blood work done. He had coaches around him. He worked with a doctor throughout the whole year.
Yeah.
So we're all natural and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we even educate ourselves on those things. So especially if you're not natural and you're doing it, your health is your most important thing. You should be educated on your cycles.
Yeah. What's the point of being huge if you're till you're 45?
Yeah.
What's the point?
Plus, you can actually get so swole naturally. Like everybody.
The fats die young.
But for real, I think it's underrated, like, cause like you see some people, we even see them on YouTube or on social media. There's some people with some great natural bodies, but people automatically think they're using, right? Even after they show their blood work online and stuff, you can get such an amazing body naturally. It's just gonna take longer, dedication, nutrition and stuff, right? So then before like young people, 16-year-olds or whatever, you haven't put in 10 years in the gym to get the body, right? So until you progress to that point, there's no point in putting juice. If you're not going to be a competitive athlete or bodybuilder, there's no real use for juice unless you're 40, 50 years old and you have low testosterone for health reasons.
Yeah, you're right.
Like,
I think a lot of these kids
give your body a chance, you know?
Yeah, I think a lot of these kids, they don't, like you said, they don't give their body a chance because it's about instant gratification and instant like results that they want, right? I mean, if you look at the society in general, that a lot of people don't have the patience that it requires to actually get long-term and like long-lasting benefits that you really actually want anyways. So a lot of these kids, they don't know what it actually takes to actually get there naturally. So, they take the easy route, right?
The shortcuts.
Yeah, it's dumb, but that's what they're showing. So that's what they're gonna do, right? And it's I like the fact that people are honest about their steroid use. That's cool, but it's becoming so normalized now, right? It's become so normalized that like now it's like if you don't take gear, it's like you can't get there. I remember we had that conversation with Jazz. That's when we were at the gym.
Yeah.
We're talking about people who could be like natural, not on juice, and he was like, no, he's on juice. And the thing is, he's probably right. But even me, I was looking, I was like, if you train for like that long, it's possible to get there natural. There's certain body types, it's possible to get there natural, but like because like everyone's on juice, it's just normalized to assume that they're on gear. Like, isn't that crazy to think about?
Yeah. But I think it goes back to what you were saying about like unrealistic expectations. Like you could look really nice naturally, but having unrealistic expectations like for men or women, for men, like no matter how much juice you take, there's a genetic ceiling you have.
Right.
Some people are never gonna look like Ronnie Coleman, right?
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter how much you work out, how much juice you get, you're gonna have a great physique, but you're never gonna look like Ronnie Coleman. He already had the genetics, the work ethic, and then as in his competitions, then he finally went on juice, right? To go on to that next level.
Yeah.
So then there's these unrealistic expectations. So when you're 16 years old and you're taking juice, even if some people in the gym, huge dudes would tell me like, yo, there's no point of juicing if you're not gonna become a do competitions. And especially like they feel so sad when they're taking juice, they're obviously in competition, but they see a 16-year-old kid taking juice, they're like, not only his health, but he didn't even give himself time to like actually get his form right, get his competition. And for ladies, I feel bad for them, bro. They go on Instagram and they see ladies that like it's unrealistic. You have surgery, butt filters. No, I'm serious. You have I'm serious. You have BBLs, you have fillers, you have filters, Photoshop. So that's not what the girl looks like in real life.
Fact.
And you have this unrealistic expectation you're going to. So now she's going to the gym, starving herself for has improper nutrition, trying to meet these unrealistic expectations. Where it's like if you would just go to the gym and be healthy, get to a fit weight, whatever your weight and height is.
Yeah.
You live a happier life that way.
Yeah, you're right.
Yo,
Even the ladies on steroids, man.
I know you're talking about. I know you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Honestly, it's hard to tell because they don't develop the size that men develop.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of women on animal.
Oh, that's so common.
Yo,
You can't
that
tell,
shit.
you know what I mean?
That shit makes them sound like Batman, bro. All my life, bro. There's this. You know what?
I know you're talking
I
about.
don't want to get beaten up here. I'll keep back. Yo,
In fact.
I was talking to some. Yo, one day I was at the what you call it, bro? The fountain, the water fountain. I was getting my water, you know. So I hear a deep voice right behind me, like yo. Oh, can I come next? I'm like, yo, this must be some big ass guy, eh? Yo, I'm turning on shorty. Bro, I'm like, how should I have a deeper voice than me?
Yeah.
Bro, the girls, oh.
That shorty is buffer than a lot of men out there.
Yeah.
She can outlift all of us right here. All of us right here.
All of us.
I challenge you, bro, send me your best lift, and I'll tell you straight up,
She'll beat
she
it.
can outlift you.
She'll beat
She
it.
probably can, so don't even bother.
She'll beat it 1,000%.
So it's not just an issue for men too or young men
Yeah.
too, but even women use steroids.
They women too. Yeah.
But yo, I think the problem is bigger with women. But yo, like I'll be honest with you, the way I see food, bro, that's what people are, like they don't understand. Like yo, I can eat like 10,000 calories a day.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like yo, it's not like it's not like I'm gonna add that shit the same day. But yo, hold on. I want to talk about one thing that pisses me off a lot, yo.
What?
And this thing actually pisses yo. If I find something like this in real life, you won't catch these hands, bro. These hands are rated E for everybody. You know what I mean?
Catch his hands?
Yo,
You're discretion advised.
yo, I'm telling you, yo.
Yeah, there's EA Sports, bro.
There's this one fat guy that pissed me off once, and I'm gonna say this right now. And if you're watching this, yo, don't get on my nerves. But yo, let me tell you this real close. So, this guy, basically what happened was, we're talking about food. This guy tried to justify being fat. It was like it's body positivity. I'm like, don't come with me with that bullshit. I was like, you're fat, you can change that, you're a fat ass. Get off your ass, put that fork down, go to the gym. Put that fork down, straight up. I'm like, yo, it's not hard. You can control yourself, right? Stop pissing me off, you know? This guy's like, yo, nah, God made me like this, I can't, whatever. Unless the doctor tells you that you have some certain condition, that you can't like disables you from like whatever, like you have thyroid or some shit, don't come with me. I'm like, stop eating all that cake, you fat ass. Like get up, go to the gym. Yo, that's the thing. Yo, this guy, shit.
Crazy.
Yo, they're like, being fat is body positivity.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, instead of running your mouth, you should go run those mouths. You know what I mean? I ain't even gonna sugarcoat it because I'm afraid he's gonna eat it. You know what I mean? This guy, he eats his words too. I'm telling you, half of the time.
I know what Amar is saying. The thing that pisses him off the most about is that he always comes with excuses to why he doesn't go to the gym. But yo, I can't lie. Yo, this guy must have really
He pissed me off. I posted on my Instagram. There was just one guy he had like he's an amputee, right? I'm like, now him showing that, and he's like, yo, I survived this. That's body positivity. About shit you can't change. Bro, get your fat ass out of the couch. Go hit the stairs, bro.
Yo, I can't lie. Some people need tough love and stuff like that. But
It's not even tough love.
no, it's tough love because you're holding him accountable because he always came up with excuses to you. But he wanted a goal that he wasn't putting the effort in. But at the same time, one of the hardest things, I don't know about for you guys, I can go work out for an hour in the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get my 10,000 steps at work. But to watch what's on your plate for 23 hours, I feel like that takes actual discipline.
It does, but that's not where the problem is.
Yeah.
I hate people that try to justify being fat.
Yeah.
Just because they want to eat something. I'll eat. Right now I'll eat whatever I want. Why not? I'm still gonna put in the work. You know?
Accountability.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's not even the tough love. I hate people that try sugarcoating shit.
That's the worst thing to do is lie to yourself.
Exactly. Especially if Nate is like, yo, was that proper form? sometimes I'm like, yo, that's shit form.
Yeah.
You need to go deeper, or you need to stretch it and stuff. And they're like, yeah, you're right. I'll be like, yo, see my form, let me know how it is.
Yeah.
Or be like, yo, how do I look? Do I look shit or do I look good? Tell me straight up, because I don't want to waste time, you know? So if I'm being honest, like shout out to the people that actually put in the work and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I'll be honest with you, it'll get harsh and stuff, but yo, fat people that justify being fat and call it body positivity, yo, I ain't about that, yo. I ain't about, like,
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like, if you actually think about it, it's actually like a really big problem for society in general. Here's why. You do realize that one thing about body positivity means that in general, we all have metrics of what we consider to be attractive. What is attractive for women, attractive for men, right? But body positivity is trying to change that literally biological attraction trigger that we all have. Like, how are you going to change what I think is attractive, or what you think is attractive, or what people in general think is attractive? Just because you want to lie to yourself and say that, yeah, I can't fit on a plane, so it's the plane's fault, it's the airline's fault, it's their, like, that's ridiculous to me. How can you honestly look at yourself in the mirror, know that you're overweight, and be like, yeah, I'm super attractive? I've seen this one social media influencer, like, listen, like, I'm sure she might be a good person. I have no idea who this woman is, like, personally, but yo, she's ridiculous. She is, like, unhealthily overweight, very unhealthy. And she goes around saying, my job or my career is being a bad bitch. That's literally, I swear to God, I've literally heard that. Where she's like, yeah, my career is being a bad bitch, and she's severely overweight, severely. Not like, oh, 20 pounds and like, no, we're talking like, you need to be like on like keto, like that's how bad it is. No cap, bro.
Sure, you think walking too far.
Yo, I'm you show your shots at Costco, bro, for real.
hey,
I was like,
that belongs to me.
Those years,
That belongs to me. I'm Costco, you know?
Yeah.
But yo, now that he says that, is one thing, my bad. I just want to mention this
Nah,
before I
bro.
forget it, yo.
No, spit.
I was reading something somewhere, bro. I was like, how is this possible? Like, I tried, yo, the math wasn't mathing.
Math
You know
wasn't
what I mean?
mathing, right?
It wasn't mathing. Yo, Lizzo.
I know exactly what I'm talking about too.
Lizzo was fat shaming her own dancers.
I know.
Friendly fire, bro! Friendly fire, man! Come on! Yo, I was like, how is she fat shaming? I don't even know. I was so confused. But yo, I'll be honest, I have nothing against fat people. Like you're doing something to better yourself every day, and I love that. Keep going, cause I started there too. I was one fat ass, bro. Like I'm not even gonna tell like hide nothing. I was 100 kg fat when I was like 15, 14.
Fat kid beginnings, eh?
Yeah, yo, but yo, the problem was I didn't have no one to talk to. I did it the wrong way, messed up more than I thought, more than my mental health, my metabolism, all that stuff. I messed it up.
Yeah, tell them what the doctor said about you.
Yo, this
Say it one more
yo, the doctor said a lot, you know.
But now, you know what I mean by that. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yo.
So what do you say?
When was this? That was one time I went to the doctor, right?
Yeah.
And I was like a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
I was one fat nigga, yo. I was my guy. I was like, yo, holy shit, yo. I was two people walking, bro. Like, yo, there used to be like some limits and shit like that back in the day, like in some places. And I'm like, yo, you can't get on. I'm like, nigga, why? It was like, yo, you fat. Straight up, he was like, you fat. I'm like, yo, how you gonna say that straight to my face? I'm 14, bro. You know? I'm like, how you gonna say that straight to my face? And then, yo, like the thing is, doctors too, these niggas have no filters, bro. Some of them, yo, I'm telling you, that doctor, bro, well, yo, I would have eaten that nigga, yo. I was gonna chop him, I'll put him in the grill.
And this is an
Africa. Yeah, yo.
Africa. So they got no filter.
No,
Everything's okay.
They'll tell you what you want to hear.
yo, like, yo, that's a good thing, though. That's a good thing. There's some doctors, like, you know, they're like, oh, yeah, you're just a little, nigga, tell me I'm fat, bro. Just cut the chase. I'm fat. I know I'm fat. You know?
That was a fat boy.
That was a fat, yo, my nigga. I can't even exhaust.
Reminded me of this thing because like you were talking about the Lizzo thing earlier, right? So she was on stage. She was dressing. She was dressing in kind of like a see-through dress. She twerked, and people were like, "Why are you playing the flute and twerking?" And a lot of men were just saying, "Hey, like I don't find that to be the most attractive." and a lot of guys got heat for that. Even some famous guys, right? I won't say their names, but like girls were attacking people for that. They're like body positivity, she's beautiful, whatever.
Right.
But there's a lot of hypocrisy in it because like I was talking to a girl and she was talking about body image and stuff, and she's saying Lizzo's beautiful. I was like, yeah, Lizzo's beautiful. That's perspective, but you remind me of her. And she, the fight that happened, and I was like, yo, you're being a hypocrite because like it's not that she's not beautiful, she doesn't have good personality, but she's at an unhealthy weight, right? And so she can get heart disease, diabetes, all this other stuff. So it's like, yo, we just want you to be healthy and fit because like men are held to a certain standard in society. So we're just saying what we think is attractive and not attracted to it. And so with that Lizzo thing, it became controversial and polarizing.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's just like, there's a healthy weight, there's a healthy height, there's these healthy standards, and there's a range, but it's like we just want you to be healthy. It's not just because so you look paying and you look fit to us, but it's also because like you're avoiding heart disease, diabetes, cancer, all this other stuff, mental health issues, right? So
Hey man. So at the end of the day, you know, we all want to be healthy, we all want to be happy. So get your lazy ass up, go to the gym. Fat ain't beautiful, you know what I mean? No, just trying to get in shape, trying to be swole, whatever your goal is, just hold yourself accountable, work hard, that's it.
Give some advice to the people, man.
Hey?
Give some advice to the people.
That's it, man. Just be accountable, train hard, whatever.
That's it, huh?
That's it, man.
I love it.
No bullshit.
I love it.
yeah, honestly, going to the gym and just eating nutritious or focusing on your fitness just helps you live your best life. Everybody wants to be healthy, right? No matter what you do, money-wise, spiritual-wise, mentally, physically, financially, whatever. If you don't have health, you don't have nothing. So that's the main point. We just want people to be healthy and be real with themselves about that.
Health is wealth, right?
Health is wealth.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, man. That's a good place to end this episode.
Yeah, yo, I gotta go. The city needs me. You know what I mean?
What are you, Batman, nigga?
Yeah, bro.
He's a bad man.
He's a bad man. No, he's a black man.
I'm Costco by day, Batman by night. Dude, I gotta do what I gotta do. I can do what it does before it does what it did.
Okay.
Let's get it.
Yeah. But yeah, guys. Thank you for coming to this week's episode. We'll see y'all next week. One time.
Stay dangerous.
Stay dangerous.
Until next time.
Till next time, yo.